What is up, everybody? Turboverse TV here today. So, PlayStation guys are still saying Xbox has no games 5 months later. So, I guess this is the time period when the console is released. To an extent, he has some truth to this statement, but the other side is that PlayStation has no games either. We're being honest because when they make this statement, they usually talk about exclusive titles. But both sides are pretty dry. This whole year is going to be pretty dry because like I said, there's been so many delays this year. There's been delay mania since just the pandemic we're still in. So people should be happy that we're honestly getting games in general, to be honest, because so many games have been delayed. But yeah, like as he says, Xbox is dry, has no exclusives, but PlayStation is just as dry as well. It's like the last game we did for Xbox was like a medium. Other than that, the next upcoming one is gonna be Halo Infinite, but even on the PlayStation side, it's so dry on the PlayStation side too. Like Returnal, Deathloop was delayed. You got Ratchet and Clank, and I think what else comes out this year? I think Horizon. If that comes out this year, if they don't get delayed, we got to look forward to those. But pretty much this year is going to be mostly based on multiplats. The multiplats are still coming out because it's kind of like exclusive wise, they both taking an L this year for exclusives this year, but yeah, let's just see some responses to this guy because I don't know. It's like how I used to complain saying that Xbox has little games. It was like every other week at this point. It's like Xbox is claiming one of these major third party games to the Game Pass server. So if you're a gamer in general, you're pretty much doing well. If you like the third parties, Xbox has been making some amazing deals with getting these third party games, these major third party games on their Game Pass service day one. So they've been doing some good things in that aspect, but their exclusive first party titles has still been pretty lacking. So I do give them that. Let's read some of these comments. The more you plebes keep saying Xbox breaks more. The more you plebes keep saying Xbox breaks more crazy news. LOL. Keep going. He says, "Beesh, you mad?" I got an Xbox and PS5, and Xbox been sitting collecting dust for about 2 months. There are no games worth playing on it yet. The PS5 been keeping me busy. Better step it up, ain't us on that console. Huh? I got the same PS5 you got too, and it's like, what you playing on that PS5? Like, you playing the same multiplats? Like, okay. Yeah, I got 7 Xboxes just sitting in the corner so I can spit on them every day and tell them how S they are. I've been super busy on Miles Morales, currently at 180 hours of gameplay. That is pretty funny because Miles Morales is like a 5 to 8 hour game. And that's like, once you beat the game once, it's kind of like, what are you just playing to keep playing it over and over again at this point? Like, what are you doing on the PS5? This is the reason why I just want to move to Xbox. PlayStation folks are a bunch of haters. Even hybrid of the PS5 when it ain't all that. That S is crazy. I don't know what this guy wrote, but he wrote this whole paragraph in Spanish. He apparently had to get that thought in, even though no one in the store speaks Spanish or speaking Spanish previously. So this guy says PlayStation games be thin, shelf, uninstall. Xbox games update seasons, DLCs, next gen upgrades, games like FHF. I don't know what that is. Master Chief Collection, State of Decay. Oh, Forza Horizon 4. That's right what that is referring to. Some say over 20 to 24 million players. And yeah, Halo Infinite is a game for a decade. That doesn't mean no games. I'm like the big game for Xbox is gonna be Halo Infinite when that drops. It's like well, other than that, I don't know what else they got coming out this year. To be honest, I think they do got some. I think they do got the second extinction game coming out, and what's the shooter game? Stalker. The Stalker game is coming out as well too. I mean, so those games are coming out. They got some pretty good games coming out this year. I take that back. They do got some good games coming out. PC players are 15 million of those sales on Steam. There are 24 million people playing it. Highest concurrent on Steam was 66,000 ish. Taking those numbers in a really slap dash way, we can say that there's maybe 26,000 ish peak played. What is your numbers? Okay, let's see. Funny, my PS5 is still collecting dust because Welp it has no games. Sell it, Returnal, Ratchet, and Clank. Does Kenna come out this year? I mean, I guess that is a win if Kena comes out this year. Horizon Zero Dawn are coming out. Give it to some other Ashley games. Okay. So PlayStation's still stuck in the mud while Xbox is making great moves. Better game deals, better game subscription services, more gaming platforms. Just getting better every day. Game Pass is taking over. Honestly, if you just ignore all those things Xbox is doing this year, then you're just insane. Because he did this thing right here, like Xbox is doing all these different things, but okay, it's like you want to complain, you want to brag about like these 4 games coming out, and I'm pretty sure Returnal is gonna be. I want that game to do well. I don't want any game to flop, but that game is most likely gonna flop at the similar price point. And then, yeah, the other 3 games are kind of pretty solid though. Like Killing Game looks pretty interesting. Horizon Dawn, people probably gonna pay the $7 for that game, but I don't think people are gonna pay 7 for Returnal. But those other 3 people are probably gonna pay full price for those games. So you got 3 games out the year. That's interesting. Final Fantasy Remake for free. Yeah, totally stuck in the mud. Dead console, totally. Let me see. So that Final Fantasy they gave out was for the PS4 version only. Sony loves to do this thing where they're giving out like games that get like PS5 upgrades, but they give you the PS4 version only. That's the weird thing Sony's doing. So this is great that they gave this out, but it was for PS4 only. It's like if you got a PS5, you're gonna play PS5 content, but that's the PS4 version they got for that game. 6 months later, the PS5 still doesn't have any SSD storage expansion. That is true. That is pretty true. You can't plug your SSD inside the PS5. And he says 84 1 terabyte works great, and I'm sure what you're talking about. Is this a external? Okay. I don't know if Sony approved this external hard drive yet, so I don't know. Last I can tell, the external hard drive support isn't working out. LOL, Xbox has no games. What do you mean by Xbox has no games? PlayStation has more exclusives, I think, but that doesn't mean Xbox has no games. We got games, bro. Sony first party studios are launching directly into Game Pass. Thanks, Sony. Isn't that sad, though? Microsoft had to go out of the way to get a PlayStation game instead of releasing something from their own studio. Also, now that's the new narrative. That Microsoft has no games, they have to get something from Sony. Okay, that's how they changing that L of MLB The Show coming to Game Pass. Okay, that's how they changed it now. What exactly are you playing on PS5 right now? So he says God of War, Days Gone, Our World, and we'll be playing Returnal Day 1 on April 30th. So apparently only PlayStation guys, they don't play exclusives year round. They don't play any other third party games, but only exclusives. Because it's just funny how he's just naming all exclusives. Like, knock it off. Like, who's playing these exclusives 24/7? Like, knock it off. Let's see. Every time you tell them Xbox Series X and S launched without a noteworthy first-party game, they post some list with 10 titles in early development like Avowed or Dark, Perfect Dark or Fable. Real talk though, a remake from 2009 and a PS4 DLC isn't much to write home about. I understand if you guys got God of War at launch, but the reality is neither system has games worth giving it S about right now. Facts. I was like, when you say that, I was like, especially like with the Demon Souls, like I was so shocked when people were hyping up Demon Souls remake. I'm like, y'all legit are playing the same game from the PS3, and then Spider-Man Miles Morales. That game was fun, but it is just like it is kind of like I said, kind of like a DLC. It's the same, it's almost like the same look of a regular DLC expansion pack. So, uh, I mean, where are the PS5 games besides Spider-Man? I've been spending the bread on these games. I've been uninstalling them. Don't cap. Yeah, we know. As you referring to it this one. Are you supposed to do trophy information? Okay. 5 months later, and Sony games are still one and done. So what is this referring to? Yeah, most games that people are playing, like these PlayStation guys be lying. Most games people are playing like multi-platform games. Like all these are multi-plat games. None of these are PlayStation exclusives whatsoever. So that's what most people are spending their time on. It's like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Destiny, FIFA, Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto. No PlayStation games are in this list, so it's like most PlayStation guys don't play exclusives like that to begin with, if we're being honest. But that's the only bragging about is these exclusive games. Let's see. 7 days later, Xbox still has no games coming to PlayStation, but Xbox did a game on PlayStation again. Sure, it does. It even has one of Sony's. Yeah, they're gonna clap back with the MLB The Show deal to Game Pass. Yeah, because you got so many games on PlayStation, but you spend most of your time on Twitter, hating on Xbox, play some games, lol. Bro, why are you? Who are you kidding? Xbox released Halo Infinite at launch. Oh wait, it just says FCFU. So I told him Xbox has no games. Boo, get better material. Studios don't matter. That's a pretty funny meme right there. Rare picture of a console wars participant ready to respond to this tweet. They should have delayed Xbox Series X until Halo came out. That doesn't make any sense. That's you after finishing DLC Morales 5 months ago. 5 months later, and J Dub is still a clown. Yeah, so they're just going back and forth in the comment section, but yeah, I don't know. Do you think his original comment just has any validity, or do you think he's just trolling? Because as I can see it, because I have both consoles, it's like both consoles are just relying on multiplayer at this point. Like the biggest game of this year is like Resident Evil Village, which comes out in March, I believe. That's like the biggest game that comes out. Yeah, we just rely on multiplayer this year. Like everything has been delayed. Everything has pretty much been delayed at this point. So, I don't agree with the statement though. I don't think Xbox has no games. I think both systems have no games, to be honest. This is going to be a pretty dry year of 2021 of major games, major like first party, major AAA games this year. So yeah, definitely want to see your thoughts. I definitely want to see your comments down below about this comment right here. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.